Well, good morning, y'all. This is Sadie here. I got something to tell y'all. Hmm, I've been troubling my spirit. Trouble, trouble in my spirit. And it's a good thing. I'm gonna explain to you why. And this is important right here because I'm pretty sure you troubling your spirit too. If you ain't troubling your spirit right now, I don't know what world you're living in, but if you ain't troubling your spirit right now, that's a good thing because we needed a few folk who feeling okay, balance out the rest of the world while we all struggle to get to the next step. Cause we gonna get to the next step. It's gonna happen. That's the thing. Is it? I remember. I remember when I was about to have my first baby child, firstborn, and things had been going swimmingly well. I'm gonna tell you, things had been going quite well. And that day was just a lovely day in November. And me and my husband, we went to the park and just had a pleasant time, just quiet and all of that. The baby she was settling in. She was settling in. She was ready to come on in here to this world. Well, that evening, right around 10 o'clock, my husband, he had just got in that bed and his eyelash hadn't had time to meet. I was sitting over there at the dining room table, just sitting up. I didn't have nothing much to do, but just wasn't ready to go to bed yet. I was sitting up, and all of a sudden, the pain that hit me, I was pretty sure this baby it was something wrong. It was something fiercely wrong. And I had taken all the classes. I had did all the childbirth things that you're supposed to do, and I was one of 12 children. Which that's caused me to remember that there was somebody who knew what to do in this situation. After 12 times going through this, she must know something. So I picked up the phone to call the one person who could help me out. I called the one person who could, I didn't want to run to the doctor and all of that and then, make it be some more troublesome. Maybe it was something that, some of them old wives stuff that, So I called my mother. I called my mother. I could hear that woman smiling over the phone 250 miles away. She's down in Virginia. I was in D.C. I called. I said, Mom, it hurt me. Mama, it's hurting. She said, I could see her smile. I could hear her smile. She said, yes, baby. It's supposed to hurt just like that. And I had forgot all about that part. I had forgot about the labor pain. And I just want to remind you that sometimes the pain that you're feeling is a pain of labor. Now there's a way of laboring, and there's another way altogether. And if you labor in fear, it's going to cost you a little bit more trouble than if you labor in faith. And that's what I really want to get on here to talk to you about, how to get back to Sanity Road, is don't forget the fifth F. Now see, you trying to say, what's the fifth F? I'm talking about labor pain. What kind of F she talking about? It's the F's that they be talking about when they tell you about trouble in the world. Yep. See, don't you remember this? There's 4 F's. You see, there's when you get in trouble, when your life feel like it's in danger, when the pain all of a sudden hits you out of nowhere and you don't know what to do, you're going to either, what they say, flee. Well, you ain't gonna flee from no labor pain, but you would want to. I tried to get up off of that table at the hospital, sure did. I don't know where I was going, but I sure did try to do that. Thought about it. Yeah, well, she here, she's still here. She came. That was years ago, decades ago. I'm still learning lessons from that pain. Well, yeah, so fear, they say that you can flee, fight. Who you gonna fight? You be fighting yourself. Get yourself in more trouble. Well, let's see, what's the other one? Freeze. They say you can freeze, just like where you can't do nothing. And that's a real problem. As a matter of fact, there was a point when I was in that labor They had been dealing with all these gadgets and contraptions and stuff. And I had started all the contractions and everything, but all of a sudden, everything came to a halt. I was in the middle of labor and just wouldn't nothing happen. Freeze. Because it was too much going on. And sometimes freeze. It's a time and a place for it. If you a deer and you get caught in the headlights, you're going to stand there in the middle of the road, you might get hit by a car. So it's a time and a place for freezing. But then again, the car might stop. It's a time and a place for freezing. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then the other one is fawn. Fawn, that's like when you FAWN. I was talking about deer in headlights. This is a different fawn. This is the fawn where you just be trying to be all nice to everybody, treat everybody all, just try to, suck up is what's the word really mean. Try to see if you can't get everybody, if you can't fight them, join them, that kind of thing. Well, it's something to be said for fawning. It's a time and a place for that. If this the man, he the boss or she the boss, and that's what they require in order for you to accomplish your goal. I remember one time my boss trying to get me to do something. I got mad, flipped the pencil, and walked out. But you can bet I didn't have that job too much longer. But it did a little bit better to say yes, ma'am. And now and then a little yes, ma'am is going to work out in your favor. So you really got to look at these things and figure out what's your strategy. Not just your automatic reaction, but what's your strategy? What you using to accomplish the objective that is at hand. Trying to get to your goal. See, don't just use your reaction that you feel. Use your mind and your heart and all of that and figure out. And if those are the 4 F's you got, well, pick one and use it. But apply it. Don't just use it. Apply it. Apply it to the situation so that it works. You don't want to just go in the kitchen and get every little seasoning and sprinkle it in the pot and hope something works. You ain't trying to take all your paints and just throw them on the canvas and hope you get a picture. Just because you mad don't mean your mad is the solution. You let your mad direct you over to your toolbox and then pick out the one that fits the situation. All this is creativity, creative living. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about wisdom is what we're talking about. That's what I do. I ain't good for a whole lot, to tell you the whole truth at this point in my life, but I'm good for one thing. I can think through some things with my heart. See, we do a lot of thinking with our feelings. We do a lot of thinking with our mind, but sometimes we need to think with our heart. You put all of that stuff together, see. Well, now it's time for me to tell you about the 5th F. We done got the 4. We got the fear, which fear leads you to fight, flee, freeze, or fawn. The fear reactions, the 4 fear reactions. No. It's 5 fear reactions. You can try to fight. Good luck with that. You can flee. Good luck with that. You can freeze. Sometimes you can't help that, and good luck with that one. Or you can fawn. Well, like I said, how that working for you? Here's another one that they forgot to talk about. And it might combinate, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It might take into account some strategy from all 4 of the others. It might direct your path in an entirely different way. See, I told you I started out talking about I'm trouble in my spirit. Been trouble for a while. Been trying to figure out what to do. So I done went through all of that. Little fear, little fight, little flee, little fawn. I've been working it. And then it dawned on me, what about that other one? Faith. Because every time I turn around here and I get to praying, because that's what I do. That's how I'm going to get through. That's how we going to get to Sanity Road. If you want to know the whole truth, we're going to check in with our GPS system, God positioning system. We're going to let him direct our path. We're going to acknowledge him in all our ways, in all our moments of trial and tribulation. We're going to turn to him and say, Lord, what you got in mind? How we going to get to Sanity Road? And then we're going to listen for an answer. Turn left. Stop. Go. Yeah. Oh, he'll guide you if you learn how to listen to him. And God will guide you. He got a reason for guiding you. See, he wants you to get where you're going because that's what he created you to do. Now, I'm talking about he like God is a he, but y'all know full well he don't sit on no throne like that Lincoln Memorial. That's how I used to picture him. And I know that that's one reason why a lot of folk don't believe in God no more because they decided to topple that Lincoln Memorial monument picture of God that they got in their mind. It's a good thing because that monument, that's a limitation idea about who God is. So when we say he, we kind of minimize him, but we use what we got. And I grew up on talking about he, but I'm talking about something more almighty than anything that you can even imagine. The God positioning system is greater than air traffic control, don't you understand? You need to understand that. I'm trying to understand that. That's why I'm sharing this here with you. And I just wanted to say, this is a long one, but you need to hear this. There is more than four ways to respond to fear. You can freeze. You can flee. You can fight. You can fawn. You can pull up all the pieces of trial and struggle that you got and all the memories of the times that you made it through in the past, and you can have faith that God is somehow working this out to your good, and he gonna see you through it. God is working this out. He in the situation room, and you might as well put your soul in the situation room and see what God is up to. Sit still. Listen and know. You ain't in control. You ain't in control. You in control of some things, and you need to control them things. You need to control your emotions, how you react to them, not the feelings, because you can't control the feelings, but you control how you react to them. Gather them up. Gather them up. Take them into the throne situation room with you and set them before the king, so he got that to work with too. Let him work with all the details. Let him work with all the details. And you be on God's side. Now, if you want to call that fawning, flee to the throne. Freeze in his presence. Be still. Fight the urge to fight for yourself and let God do the battle. Fawn? Yes. Praise the Lord. Give him all of the praise and the glory. And be still. Freeze in his presence. And know that he is God. And he got a solution. And he knows how to get us to Sanity Road. Glory! Ha ha!